As someone who built an RC rock crawling van a very long time ago, I get excited when any RC van enters the hobby. So when Fair RC reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review the new Hobby Plus rock van, I jumped on the opportunity. In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at this new CR18P platform, everything that comes in the kit. I've broken down the driveline so you can see inside, and we're going to take it out for a crawl. But here's the question. They gave me two of these. What should I do with the second one? You'll find out at the end. First up, we'll take a look at what's inside the kit. You get the assembled van, which is available in two different liveries. Here is your 2.4 gigahertz radio. This one looks really familiar. You get a instruction poster. This thing folds out all the way. You get some tools and then the USB charger and a 600 milliamp 7.4 volt LiPo battery. Now we can take a closer look at the body on this 1/18 scale van. I'm kind of thinking it's a Chevrolet based on the headlight and turn signal combo and then the look of the doors. Let me know what you think it is in the comment section below, but I really like the paint schemes, very vibrant and different. And we need to talk about the logo, the name of the van here, the Rock Van. We've seen that before. Proline came out with a Rock Van body. This is a Rock Van crawler, so I don't know if they are gonna butt heads with each other. I do like the look of it though. It's just different and it will definitely stand out when you're driving it. They've got some really neat details, a nice big front bumper on it, and turn signal lights actually light up with LEDs behind it. The grille is molded. We have molded windshield wipers, side mirrors, and then check this out. The rear lights also have molded housings to them, and we've got this really cool off-road looking rear bumper. To access everything inside, there's just two body clips in the rear. You pull those and the body hinges up so you can access the battery. While we're on the exterior, check out these oversized tires. I actually like the tread on these. They're a really soft tire, and they're 1.2 B-lock wheels. Here is the chassis of the CR18P aluminum frame rails. Battery is mounted out back. Clean, simple layout here. Look at the wiring. It's all nice and tidy. Love that. Let's check out the suspension. These are just friction shocks, just springs for rebound, kind of bouncy. We're used to seeing those shocks on smaller scale vehicles. And then there's a 3-link with a panhard bar set up in the front. Really interesting how they have the panhard bar going all the way out to the caster block. And then in the rear we have 4-link. What I do like here is I'm seeing metal pivot balls all the way around except for in the center on the skid plate. Now we can talk about the driveline. I went and took this apart for you guys. I've never had a Hobby Plus car here on the channel, so I wanted to take things apart, check it out. The transmission itself has all plastic gears, was well greased, and we have oilite bushings. Again, the trend that we're seeing in the crawler crowd. Then the axles themselves are portal axles, which are really cool. I took these apart. They have metal gears for the ring and pinion, which is actually incorporated into the metal spool as well. Then CV shafts out to the front portals and metal gears inside them as well. There is a bunch of bronze bushings in the axles. Everything was really well greased. Phillips hardware throughout this kit. Now let's check out the electronics. This is what really caught my eye. 2-in-1 speed controller receiver combo, and on the box it calls it buttery smooth. So we'll definitely put that to the test. It also suggests that it's waterproof and water resistant. Both terms are used on the box. And this is what I also noticed, a 3-wire servo, and it's got a little adapter to go and adapt it to this specific speed controller. So if you ever want to go and swap out this servo to something else, you'll be able to do that. Then to the motor, where it's this long can motor, lots of torque for hauling this van around. And again, your battery mounts out back, just some O-rings hold down the battery. This crawler comes in at $120, and from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like it's worth it. We'll just have to see how it does on the trail. Don't leave the video too soon though, because we have something special coming up. Well, I had every intention of driving the van down by the river, but was only able to get over to the local trails next to the lake, where I had a lot of fun with the CR18P. I think it's sized just right as an 18 scale vehicle. Look really cool on the rocks. Like the throttle feel of this. For a ready-to-run system, I think it's geared just right, and that paired with the electronics just made for a smooth throttle feel. I think it maintains its speed pretty well. Out of the box, it's set for forward into direct reverse. So what I did was I just flipped the switch here on the radio, so I got that pause between the two, which just helped me out while I was driving it. The only thing about the throttle though is it is slow, so you really just need to pick areas to drive in, and this is not the type of rig where you go and walk the trails and have this thing go in front of you. It is just way too slow for that. Onto the steering, I think it's got fair steering for a ready to run as well. The servo seemed to hold the wheels as I was navigating through some rough stuff, and the suspension does work well even though it doesn't have oil in the shocks, and I wasn't going vertical with it, just kind of your trail driving as a 4x4 rock van I would imagine would go. So they've got something fun here. This was just a blast. I really enjoyed it. Just something different, but we have something else to talk about here. We have this van that I haven't driven yet, and we're going to give it away. And how we're going to do it is it's going to be a US only giveaway. I apologize to all the viewers outside of the US. We will have other giveaways for you. We just had one, but this will be US only. And what you need to do to enter is go down to the video description below. I'll have a link there to rcdriver.com, and there you'll be directed to a contact form where you can fill out your name, your email address, and your YouTube name, because I'm going to use comments here in the video to choose a winner. So once you go and fill out the form, it will redirect you back to this video where you can go and put your comment in. You could simply say you entered. I will contact the winner directly through email. Don't respond to any comments in the comment section below. That's what the scammers do, and that's why I am asking for your email address. So none of that will happen, but definitely check out what Hobby Plus has to offer here. This is, I think, a bargain for the amount of fun that you're going to get out of this. Check out their link in the video description below.